with the team here, and I thought I'd just answer some questions while I'm in the bar, making some coffees. It's the morning trade, so it's a bit slow at the moment, so I can happily answer any questions you've got. Morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm well.
Awesome.
So I've got Ryan behind the camera asking questions, so get in the comments and ask anything you like. I'm just going to smash out some brews, and you can watch. So.
Can I just get a normal one today? Yeah.
Beautiful sunny day here on the Coffs Coast. So it's a beautiful time of morning, this sun shining through.
Morning, how you doing? A small long black, take away.
Would like one champion, I'll send it over.
Then could I get
All right, so,
a bag of the...
well, let's just talk through orders as well. I'm just making a 16 ounce. We do a few 16 ounce here, so pumping them out. Yeah, I'm curious to, I guess, answer some questions around any of the videos we've done recently. So I'm just here to answer, just in the bar, going to make some coffees, but the main thing is to answer some questions for you. So if you have any questions, whether it's about some of the reels we've done recently, I know that the reel about knocking the side of the basket's been really successful and everyone's been commenting on that. Or does anyone got some more feedback on that one for me?
Hello from Ireland.
Hello, guys.
From Claire. You
Hey,
got
Ireland.
Barry from New Zealand.
Oh, look at me go. Spill the milk already. Nice triple shot.
Yeah, if anyone's got some questions for Jimmy, ask him anything. I've got a young fella by the name of Ethan Barrett's just on there.
Young Ethan. Hey mate, how are ya?
Hello from Central Florida.
Hi, can I get you to run that one out for me when you're ready? Yeah, she's outside of it. Hey, from New Zealand. Ethan, mate, you missed the bar, Ethan. You miss it, don't you?
Jack 50N said he's definitely stopped knocking the side of his portafilter.
Oh, good. Good to hear. So, I didn't answer the question in the video, but did everyone read all the comments and realise why we're not knocking the baskets anymore? So, if we're making coffee and we're spending all this time doing our puck prep, we don't want to go and ruin everything we've just done by knocking the side of the basket. So I'm guilty of it. I've spent many years behind a coffee machine with lots of different techniques, and knocking the basket was pretty standard. You can knock the grinds before you tamp. It's once you've tamped that we don't want to disturb the puck. So that's what we're trying to avoid, for sure. All right, I'm just gonna whip up this little single long black here.
Got hello from Chicago. We are at the Artisti Espresso Bar in Coffs Harbour.
What's that?
Someone's just asking where we're at. Shout out from the Philippines. Hello from South Africa. Hello from Chicago. What do you say? Hello from Canada, Denmark.
So it's definitely very cool to be reaching all around the world. So you've just chimed in. We're just live here I'm just making some coffee in the espresso bar this morning. Going to answer some questions, so put your comments in. Answer any questions you've got about any of the videos we've done over time.
Someone asked, have we done any videos on plunger coffee?
Plunger coffee. We haven't for a very long time. We might have had some really old videos that they might have been so bad we actually took them down. If I I shot them that long ago. What about plunger coffee do you want to know? That'd be the thing. If you've got any ideas for videos we should be doing, definitely let us know. We always want to know what you're after. What is it about plunger coffee that you would want to learn? Is it a recipe? Do's and don'ts?
Got Claire. He said, I recently became a barista and opened up a cafe in my local community centre. You have helped me out with my coffee making.
Mate.
Watch your videos daily.
Go on. Say it again. So I am concentrating on orders as well.
I recently became a barista and opened up a cafe in my local community centre. You have helped me out with my coffee making. Watch your videos daily.
Awesome. Great. That's definitely the goal for us, is to be as helpful as we can. I know a lot of people are new to coffee, but even if you're experienced, it's really helpful. It really can be a lot to learn. What do you need? Full cream?
Full cream,
Two of those.
What is your favourite coffee drink?
What is my favourite coffee drink? Given the opportunity, like it's an Ethiopian yoga chef, long black. But I do drink strong lattes. I drink batch brews.
Morning. Thanks, are you?
Can you do that? Sorry. Can you run a double again for that one, please? 37.
So Barry, with the plunger coffee, said a recipe would be good. So maybe we have to do a video. I don't think we've done a plunger coffee video.
No.
So
I don't know if we did.
That. Put that on the cards.
Recipe.
Is there any way to make 2-month-old coffee beans taste good?
2-month-old.
Coffee beans taste good.
So it depends on the coffee itself. Yes, in a way, but it depends what you clarify as good. So you can make good coffee. It might just be not as good as it could have been. You got some honey in there already, Pat? Yeah, like you can still make great coffee when it's old if you change your recipe to suit the age of that coffee. Yours, mate? Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you,
Have a
mate.
good one. Have that. Yeah, the age of the coffee can have a big impact on it, but adjusting your recipe depends what you're trying to get out of the coffee. You're going to lose some sweetness as it ages, so it depends on what coffee you're going for. If you're trying to get it to be nice and sweet, it might not actually work. That's the phone order there.
Go on. Hi from Pennsylvania. What is the perfect temperature of water for a French press?
Temperature of water.
For a French press.
It depends on the roast profile of your coffee, particularly. So if you are going,
It's just ready there.
yeah, phone orders there. If it's a lighter roast, go a little bit dark, go a little bit hotter, like a 96 degrees Celsius, that is. As you go darker, you can go a little bit more like 90 degrees. I would start at somewhere like 94, even though it's quite hot. Depends on your recipe. So if you're going to do a longer brew time, you might be able to go
Thank you.
longer brew time, a little bit cooler, more like 90, 87 degrees. But it's definitely a play kind of thing and a taste thing. So if you've just checked in, just joined us, I'm just here in the Artisti Espresso Bar here on the beautiful Coffs Coast, just making some coffees for the morning, helping out the team and answering any questions you've got. So put your questions in the comments and I'll try to answer them as I make some coffees.
Jimmy, how often do you clean your machine and grinder?
You should be cleaning your machine. The rule, so home or commercial, but the rule is at least if you put a kilo of coffee through a coffee machine, you should clean it. So if you're at home, you put a kilo through over the week, clean it over the weekend. But in commercial settings, we're cleaning every day. So, and by cleaning, we'd at least want to be water back flushing, doing a fresh water back flush constantly. We, in cafes, we advise water back flushing all day, like between gaps of service. But yeah, we definitely, part of the training for everyone is to be doing a chemical clean every single day. And grinders, ideally we're doing that weekly as well, so we're pulling, you can pull the beans out. The more often you can pull the beans out, the less issues you'll have over time with that build up. So, to be honest, you can never really over clean your machine. So, welcome everyone.
When you open a bag of coffee beans, how long can you use them for?
How long till I use them?
How long can you use them for?
So, again, aging can depend on the type of bean that it is. Some of our darker roasts we use from 7 days from roast. Like the fix is a little bit darker. So it's a little bit more porous, which means it ages faster. As soon as you crack that bag, you have really given it, oxidizing it now, and we're really trying to use it as quickly as possible. Ideally, we're going to use it within that day, or at least a couple of hours. So the advice to cafes for us is we're using that coffee from, ideally 10 to 28 days. If you're at home, something like an Airscape, this little guy, that's going to help you. It's going to just slow down the aging process. But again, depends what you're going for. If you want to, I actually really like some coffees once they've been a lot more degassed. If you're going for a smooth, rich flavour as opposed to something with a higher acidity. Are they all together? No. Can you give me a tray for those ones, please? Yeah. But to be honest, so a few months back, we did some testing on all of our coffees, and we actually drank them as milk coffees, black coffees, long blacks and everything. And we tasted everything from a day old to 6 weeks. I think we got up to 8 weeks. And it was really surprising how well they still held up over time. Morning, Lewis. Is this yours? Yeah. You want to get on camera, mate? Live too. Come on.
Jimmy, does using a WD-DT tool make a better shot of espresso?
Yes. Simple answer. Have a good one. Hair maker, yeah. Yes. The WD-DT tool is definitely going to make a difference in your puck prep and producing a better coffee. There's no way that so when you use WD-DT, you're giving the water the best opportunity to share its time amongst the whole puck, and we want to make sure that everything's getting fully saturated. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Morning, mate. How are you? So, yes, WDTs are going to help for sure. They're going to just break up all the clumps. The water's going to spend a good amount of time with every particle of coffee. I guess as we nerd out a little bit more, we get deeper and deeper into what's happening to every single particle. If you're looking at grinders, we're thinking about how well every amount of every coffee bean is ground, and it gets smaller, and obviously each piece of grind then is extracted. So it's not just about the whole puck, it's about every single piece of grind. And if you leave a piece of grind aside or it's in a clump and the water can't get to it, it's just a missed opportunity for flavour from that particular one piece of grind. So WDTs will definitely help you to get full saturation of the whole puck of each separate grind particle, technically.
We had a little joke back there a while ago from Peter Howe. He said, Jimmy, how is a divorce like an espresso?
How is my what?
How is divorce like an espresso? It's expensive and bitter.
Oh. Good.
Thanks, Peter.
Thanks, Peter.
What do we got next? Yeah, Conservative said, at home I'd recommend using a mesh on top of the puck. It keeps your machine very clean. I guess that would help with using like a puck screen, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
That would help. What is your recipe ratio this morning? This is from Troy.
Cool. So we're using our champion blend in the bar this morning. So we've got the Anthem SP2, we've got the dosing pots and scales. We're weighing out at 22.5 grams of dose. Lamazocco DB5, fully programmed to give us a 45 gram yield on our normal extraction, or 22.5 grams on our ristretto. Keeping an eye on my shot times, I'm kind of aiming for 30 to 32 ideally. That's my optimal window. If I push out to 33, it's still going to taste good. I don't love it at the moment if I run it a bit quick. The 28s are a bit too fast for me. Flavor-wise, we're just missing out on some of the real sweet characteristics and milk chocolate characteristics that we get from this particular champion blend.
Jimmy, what do you find is the most, I guess, common alternative to full cream milk these days?
Because I travel a lot between accounts, between Melbourne and Sydney and stuff, it actually changes in location. So if I go west, they'll drink a lot of soy milk. If I go, it depends on the demographic. Oat milk's definitely catching up to almond milk. I think almond milk's still winning. But we want to, I'd probably say oat, almond, macadamia is pretty long gone. Soy's probably next. Cool, 32. So I'm talking about, so champion beans, house blend, but also, best all-rounder. That was my 22 in, 45 out, 32 seconds. So we're on recipe. I'm able to repeat that because I've got my processes down. Whoa, so good. So it's got enough acidity to really kind of cut through, but then there's always this nice sweetness and chocolatey kind of lingering taste. The bitterness is balanced. It's nice and rich. It's hard to see, but good crema. We do achieve this out of home machines as well. If you don't know this already, we do sell coffee. Even though we do lots of videos on all these things, we actually sell coffee, and that's how you can support us. So because you get all this free content, hot tip, you should buy some coffee, and that's how you would support us. So we would appreciate that.
Jimmy, back to the cleaning question. So if you're cleaning your machine and grinder every day, do you test or taste test your whole or parts coffee menu before you open your cafe?
Whoa. Sorry, I want to answer that. Say it again.
So if you're cleaning your machine and grinder every day, do you test or taste test your whole or part of your coffee menu before you open your cafe?
Coffee menu? Well, see this? This is an extractions checklist. So that has all of the data of every single blend. So that's today. We've done a check at 6:30 this morning, and there'll be another one at 10:30, there'll be another one at 1 o'clock. That is how we keep consistency in our espresso bar. That's an expectation of all staff to do that. And that is just accountability to make sure that we're following those recipes as we should be. If you've got a good recipe, if you're using your coffee at the right age,
Thank you.
you should be fairly confident. I don't think cleaning your machine is the thing to worry about. I don't think that's necessarily the determining factor. Can you put that shot on for me? Thank you. I do know that when you pull apart a grinder and you actually clean it out properly, it can tend to need adjusting once that's done. But it's less about the cleaning. It's more about, yes, you should be dialing in every day. You shouldn't really be dictated by cleaning. Thanks a bit, maybe. That one, a little bit cooler on that one. You know what? I am not happy with that. Let's do that again.
Yeah, okay. I'm just. Jimmy, it might actually be time to wrap this up. We've got to go shoot a video.
Oh, we got to go? All right. Any last questions for me?
Let's see if I got one last question there for you.
How many hours you work every day?
We had Nope say, Jimmy, you're killing it, mate. Do you have pea milk over here?
Pea milk?
Yeah, pea milk.
I'm sure we do, but we don't use it. It's a bit of a stretch.
We had Rob Nixon say, how do you get the milk so creamy when doing latte art? When I froth it, it comes out into one foamy clump.
So what? There's probably a video on that.
Yep, I think we've got a few. We've got a few videos on that.
Oh. And your flat white?
How many holes in your steam wand?
On the LM, 4 holes in the same one. So power-wise, like I've got plenty of power there. See you, gents. Have a good day.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, every machine's different, to be honest. It's probably actually a machine that's doing you a disservice. So I would be maybe time for an upgrade.
All right, we better say goodbye, Jimmy.
We're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Well, thanks everyone for watching. Hope it's been interesting for you. We'll probably do this more again. If you have any more questions, just shoot us a DM or comment on another video. So, thanks.